try to make it all undone.
You're Ilana.
And you're Sean.
Thank you, folks. And together we are
the Down Under Cruises.
Thank you, folks. Really appreciate
Good
that.
afternoon.
Yep.
Good
afternoon.
evening.
Good evening
morning.
And good night.
Welcome.
Welcome aboard. Nice to have you back. This is the first brunch session since our group cruise.
And it feels very strange, doesn't it? With daylight saving started here, so we're 1 hour our time later.
Yeah, later. And then next week we're going to go even 1 hour later again.
Next week already?
Because
our friends across the pond?
Our friends across the pond are going back an hour. Yes. What can I say? Cheers
to Aussie coffee.
Yes. And you're drinking coffee out of a New Hampshire cup.
Beautiful mug from John and Nancy.
Yes.
Enjoying all the mugs that we have received.
Can you just pass those over?
What's what?
Those two things there. You know, that gold thing and then that other furry thing. Yes, well, there's a couple of people in the chat that may understand, but right now we've got
dear.
I'm going to call him Cap Billy head. Because this is Billy's Commodore Captain Billy's gift to us on the Carnival Horizon. So we're going to call him Cap Billy.
Yes, he's gorgeous.
He's great. And then folks, Duck Brain is over here. So yes, Duck Brain, thank you, Duck Brain. That was given to us by SCT Adventures. So thanks, guys, for giving them to us. They were in Pride of Place. Now, Matt and Kimbra gave us some stickers, and I haven't stuck them on anything yet. It's been a mad week this week trying to get back into our time zone. And our
suitcases are still hanging around, aren't they? We haven't put them away yet.
They are.
After 5 loads of washing.
Yeah.
We're back home. The sun is shining since we've been away. The rain has stopped. We've had floods here while we're away, so we've had a good time.
See, everything waits for us to come home.
The sun through the window, beautiful.
Now, need to start off. G'day, Meg. How you going? Nice to have you here.
Howdy, y'all. Sean still refuses to say y'all, but I'll say it.
G'day, Dewey. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here.
G'day, Dewey.
G'day, Puppy the Cat. Welcome aboard. Puppy. Nice to have you here. We've got Sir Paul. Welcome aboard, Sir Paul. Nice to have you here. Amy, welcome aboard. Nice to have you here, Amy.
Hello,
it was fun spending time with you on board ship. In fact, it was fun spending time with everybody who joined us on board ship.
It was fabulous.
Let me just
everybody in the flesh.
Yes,
and to touch them
in the flesh,
in the appropriate ways, may I say.
You had to mention that.
Well, just thought I might.
I was having fun being inappropriate with Dewey.
Oh, that's between you two.
Well, yeah. The Down Under Cruises is saying hi, all. Thanks for joining us today, which is awesome. Danny Griswold, welcome aboard, Danny. Nice to have you here. Let me just see.
Michael Ann.
Oh, we've got Helping Hands in there as well. Welcome aboard, Helping Hands. Michael Ann, g'day. Welcome aboard to you. Speaking of the captain, the Commodore.
Seaman Sean.
Yes, well.
I'm not saying Seaman Sean.
Ahoy there, everybody. Ahoy there, Ilana. And that other guy, what's his name? Oh, yeah. Seaman Sean. The Commodore is here. Thank you, Commodore. Okay, just
g'day, James.
G'day, James. James,
watching and helping hands,
mate. Are you in for a very, very special cruise?
You are going to have such a great time.
Absolutely. Okay, a couple of other people saying g'day in the chat. I'm just skipping over all the g'days.
Yep. While you're doing that, can I just say that we have been very slack at the moment because we're still Is it uploading or downloading?
Oh,
What's the techie term? I'm sorry.
Copying stuff onto the hard drive.
The only thing I know is how to turn on a computer.
Yeah.
Sorry, what was it? Uploading or download?
It's uploading things to the hard drive.
Okay. Bits and pieces off cameras and things. So we've been a bit slack and slow, but we have been certainly enjoying everybody's content.
Absolutely. G'day, Troy. How you going? Now, Bonbini, welcome aboard,
Great
Matt.
Show.
Thank you. And publicly speaking, thank you very much for letting us spend time with you personally in your home while we were your side of the pond.
And we enjoyed sharing it with all the menagerie.
G'day, Jonesy. Welcome aboard, buddy. What's it like in
Tassie?
Are we nice and warm today, or are we a bit on the freezing side?
G'day, Troy.
Amy is saying it was so amazing to meet you and spend time with you.
Oh, likewise.
Thank you. Likewise, it was great. We've got Crystal here from Destinations Delight. Welcome aboard. Nice to have you here. Crystal's up somewhere north traveling, doing something or other. Josh and Chastity, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Nice to have you here. So we've got,
we miss everybody's hugs,
we
may
do.
I say.
Thank you.
It's just nothing
Thank
better.
you, Michael Ann. Yes, we agree.
Someone had I gave someone a virtual hug.
Oh yes.
Through
through
cyberspace the other day. It was lovely.
That's amazing. I'm just going through really quickly, guys, because there's just a bucket load in the chat. And we
actually put suitcases away. Well, we're not like you, Chewy, unfortunately.
No,
Chewy, we were.
The only thing you do is visit Florida and do some washing. I mean, what kind of a vacation is that?
No, we're tripping over things left, right, and centre.
Thank you, Amy. Adelaide says g'day, which is awesome. Adelaide. How is the young lady going?
That one.
Yep. Michael Ann's bags are unpacked but not put away.
That's basically unpacked.
Yeah, basically.
Just a few things that I think we just closed them and put them in the cupboard.
Amy, I bet it has been super difficult to adjust back to your time.
I'll tell you how jet lagged we have been.
That's been the hardest.
Returning incredibly jet lagged this week, but I think getting back to work helped, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, because it got us back into a routine.
Yeah.
Now, Jonesy, it's great to see that you had a cruise ship in Bentleigh at 6 a.m. today. It looked awesome sitting in port. But we also hear that the Tassie government has put some rules in there. Anybody getting off a cruise ship has to be masked, whether they are vaccinated or unvaccinated, doesn't really matter. They have to be fully masked. Yep. If I fly in on an aircraft, who cares? And the other thing was something about the testing.
You have a negative test.
If you have not been vaccinated, if the ship docks with anybody who has had COVID on board, the entire ship's got to be tested before they get off the ship. Bloody ridiculous. I didn't know you guys were back in the dark ages.
Yes, you can sit in that tin can up in the air without a problem. Same thing. Makes no sense. Anyway, I thought we were well over that sort of nonsense.
But then Tassie is on its own. What can I say? Dewey, fun to hug everyone too. Yes, it was fun. It was awesome. Dewey was fun with Dewey, inappropriately enjoyable. Absolutely. And Dewey, we won't tell everybody exactly what we did that was inappropriate, shall we?
A bit of an evil laugh there, and I don't know why. G'day, Ryan. How are you?
G'day, Ryan. Welcome aboard. Where's Ryan? Oh, there he is. G'day, Ryan. Welcome aboard. Mate, it was nice to see you in Miami. Had an absolute ball. The Commodore's in town. Uh-oh.
Yes.
Okay. Let me
Joe
see.
is a Coral Princess.
It's the Coral Princess. Well, that's a beautiful ship.
We had the Grand Princess arriving.
Yes, we did.
For her season.
We actually didn't have the opportunity of going to see her in dock.
We had every
intention.
Intention. Yes, it was in our phone calendar pinged that we were supposed to be down there. Well, not supposed to be, but work called. The lizards miss you guys. Says Matt and Kim.
Where was
lizards?
Sorry. Lizards. You're reading ahead again.
I know, I do.
Commodore Billy, Commodore Captain is saying, ahoy there, Troy. Saw Michael Anspelt Mama's vlog and saw the award you received. Well deserved for all that you've done for Kenny. And
We're
we can
second
only
and third
second
that, and
Yeah,
yes,
absolutely.
1,000 for that too. Yep.
Yep. Oh, thanks for that, man.
How is Churro?
Yeah, how is Chiro?
And no.
Now you're under test.
Oh dear. I tell you what. Sorry.
Jasper.
No. Jasper's the new. Was the new one, I think.
Mhm.
And yes, of course. And it'll come to me.
Okay. Fantastic cruising indeed, although I prefer the Amiga. Okay. There was a discussion going on between them.
Mm-hmm.
James is, of course, saying good day to everybody. Yes, Captain, that award was well deserved. That one and the other one that was given to Lorraine as well.
Yep.
G'day, Howie Cruise. How are you going?
G'day.
Is that oh, now I'm going to put my foot in it. Brian, or is it the boss? Jonesy's saying it's a beautiful day today.
Wonderful.
What's the temp, mate? What are we looking at temp-wise? A couple of people saying g'day. I'm just trying to go through real quick because all those who are saying g'days is all that. Meg, good question. When are we coming back? That's a good question. Certain things afoot. We shall have to see how many banks we can rob as well.
Yes, that's the issue.
Yeah. A couple more saying g'day.
G'day, Lance.
Is Boomer there?
Boomer is. Woof woof.
Where's? Did I miss him? Oh, there we go. G'day, Boomer. How you doing, buddy? How's Lance enjoying the US? I know he went traveling. Dewey, he's actually home for a 21-day stretch.
Oh, goodness.
Almost going into withdrawal.
Dewey. You're going to be sitting rocking in the corner.
Correct.
My goodness.
It was more difficult adjusting to US time or getting back in on Aussie time.
No, getting back.
Getting back into Aussie time was the hardest.
Although when we arrived, we had no idea what day it was.
Yeah, well that's
I'll speak
true.
to myself, or time, but that's normal for me.
Yep. G'day, Cindy.
G'day, Cindy.
How are you? You're looking forward to your cruise? You should be. It's going to be awesome.
Brian and
Julia, thank you very much, Josh. It was nice to catch up with Brian when I had a chance to speak with him. Maybe we can do that again sometime soon.
And Billy, no, there isn't. To be honest,
they're just all the inappropriate things that Seaman Sean has done.
There is never enough time.
Oh, yeah. Well, you can discuss that with Dewey. He's got another cruise coming up, but I don't think even that's enough time. Luna, that's who you forgot.
Oh no, you shouldn't. Okay.
Well, Luna's
so sorry.
Luna's feeling very offended.
Luna, I do apologise to Luna.
Yep. Yes, definitely. It will be out on. Yeah, it will be out on video. You watch one way or another. Chiro is good. We love that you are talking to our lizards.
And just snakes.
Yep. It's Brian there, and Julie fell asleep. He's right behind her, but wanted to say hello. Mate, good on you. Thanks heaps.
Thank you so much.
And if we do carry on with a chat, it's much appreciated. G'day, Felicia. How you going? You did notice that we did bring up duck brain today.
And we've got your lanyards. So thank you so much.
Yes, and the lanyards.
Meg passed on the parcel.
She did. So there we go.
Appreciate that. Thank you.
Troy, I sure did. I jumped in there, did what I do, lending a hand to any friend.
And that's the way it should be.
And that absolutely, and that was definitely worth the award.
And can I just say that's what Helping Hands is all about too.
Correct.
It's not about recognition or
Correct.
ulterior motives. It's just sharing a vision and making people happy.
Michael Ann is saying it's 21 degrees where she is, supposed to stay nice for another week, and then drop to single digits. That's awesome. We're expecting 24 today.
I had a dream about robbing banks.
Yeah, yesterday. Very interesting. Yeah. Were you successful? Again, I'm just going through very quickly. All right, Captain.
Oh, I saw 37. I thought, wow, that's hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's
hot.
their talk.
Mm-hmm.
37. It's like 3 degrees or 2 degrees.
That's cold,
yep. Romano as the tasty churros. That's correct.
Oh,
we have a pet lizard named Churro. Yes, they were nice.
Beautiful. That was worth getting on.
Dewey's been catching up on a lot of sleep.
Good. You're preparing yourself.
Larry. G'day, Larry.
G'day, Larry.
YouTube not being nice with notifications. Oh, well, you know, it is what it is.
It's all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, you get the notification like 3 hours later.
Correct. Danny is saying that he should have tried for one. Oh, we've got Jessica there. Welcome aboard, Jessica.
Hello,
nice
Jessica.
to have you here. A couple of people saying g'day. I'm way behind. The Ocean Life. Welcome aboard, guys. Nice to have you here.
G'day. We enjoyed our time. Are you?
Yeah.
You guys have just. You on a cruise at the moment?
Yeah, they keep threatening. It comes out there somewhere. Troy is saying westbound international jet lag is worse than eastbound. Yep, because you get into the hours and you can just carry on, but here you lose a day.
I'm reading what Jonesy is up to.
Okay, what's Jonesy been up to? Jonesy's been down to Kui Beach today for a swim in Bass Strait.
Yikes.
It was a bit cool in the water, though. What was the water like? 3 degrees or something?
Hope you didn't lose your bits while you were there.
Or did your voice go up an octave?
John?
Yeah. Oh.
1319.
1319, John.
Cheers.
Yes, cheers. And as you can possibly see or hear, because you've got eye teeth, you can see what you're saying.
Can I just say with John in that we had such a beautiful time.
Oh, it was awesome.
Pre-cruise meeting, catching up with them for a couple of days.
It was awesome.
Absolutely. What a beautiful couple, honestly.
I'll put that on almost on the same high list as you meeting us.
Hang on, I have to widen the doorway for you to get through.
Ricky is it Ricky or is it Lexi? We're cruising less than 2 weeks.
Woo!
Okay, we're up to scratch.
He's got to keep up that man, international man of leisure reputation, correct. You see.
Yes.
He's got to keep earning that belt.
Absolutely. Okay, now.
Right. Now that we're back.
Yes. Hang on.
Shall we?
We've got one cruise over.
Yes.
The next group cruise is going on the 12th of March to the 19th, going out of Tampa.
Wow.
Being run by our group,
wonderful friends.
Our wonderful friends, the group there at Fintastic Cruising. And they are going on the most amazing... Well, let me do it. I've got it here. Let's... Well, there we go, guys.
That is amazing.
It is. It's going to be an incredible group cruise.
I wish it wasn't so close to the one we've just come from.
Exactly.
Because we really would need to rob a bank.
Yeah. Well,
but it looks amazing.
Okay, so now let's just picture a couple of things here. Number one, they've got their March group cruise.
Yes.
Number two, They're getting married
Are they? I didn't know that.
November 4th,
Oh,
which means we'd have to rob a bank again because they're going on the Mardi Gras
very nice.
out of Canaveral.
Oh,
Guys, you effectively have cost us 30 grand.
oh, are we allowed? Can we crash things? Can we?
Well, we could book on both cruises, you know.
Okay. Well, we could. We could book.
I mean, Rabbi Schmimmelhaus has been giving me a whole big hit about it. So
Oh, really?
seriously, yeah,
Oh.
he wants to go because he's got the gig.
Oh well, then
He's
it
officiating.
could be a tax
Tax write-off.
a tax write-off, a working holiday.
Wait a minute,
No, trip,
it's a
not
helping.
holiday.
Hang on a second. According to our accountants,
Yes. We're going to put this on public record now, are we?
they reckon we could try and do this as a
Try.
tax deduction
Try.
because
Well.
it is helping hands relate.
Oh,
Wait a minute,
well.
the first one is not the second one. Oh well, we'll see how we go. There we go. All right. Ricky is
Yes.
saying it's your international man of leisure chatting with you tonight.
Uh.
Thank you very much, Sir Ricky. Man, we had an absolute ball
He
with
is
both
such
you
a
and
gorgeous,
Casey and Sean.
yeah, just gorgeous people.
Yeah,
I have to say.
unbelievable. It was our privilege to meet up with you guys.
To step off the plane, not know anybody, and there they were, and made sure that we were okay at the end of the evening
Yeah.
with our flights. I got a bit emotional, didn't I?
Oh, you did.
'Cause,
In
yeah,
fact,
it was
anybody
so
we said
beautiful.
goodbye to, you got a bit emotional.
Oh, yeah. Well,
And
either blub in front of you, or
and you know what?
oh dear,
We both did because
I've turned into a marshmallow in my old age.
old.
Okay, my young age.
That's better. Whew.
Yeah, everyone we met, I know it was really difficult to say goodbye.
It was. Commodore Billy has just paid off the March 12 group cruise.
Good on you.
So that's one thing.
Well, we've got our coin jar. If we start
Yeah, that's
putting
right.
back
we do.
in, would American cents work? We've got we've got some coinage,
Well,
some strange things called quarters, and
you know that money's worth more than ours.
I know, probably could pay off the cruise.
Oh, jeez, I didn't.
We
think
have
of
some.
that.
We've got some.
I know,
We've still
and
got
we've
some
got some
US dollars.
nice.
So the way the exchange rate's going,
Yep.
let's hang on to them.
Yeah.
We could be millionaires by next February.
Jonesy is saying nice to Captain Billy, and he's never been there. Well, you know what, mate? You better get off your butt.
That itinerary looks beautiful. Those places look gorgeous.
Thank you, Meg. Please, if you want to go on the March group cruise, please
Fabulous.
email Kimbra at
Kimbra will-
fantastictravel@gmail.com. Sorry, .com. I have to help you out there. Otherwise, you guys wouldn't understand that.
Can we talk about our thoughts on the
Please.
States?
Yes, let's.
Just a caveat, if you don't mind me
Mhm.
saying, this is purely our observations.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll just put that caveat there. We had a beautiful time.
Yes,
Hospitality of people were really. Oh, Captain Billy. This is now, everyone can see this, and we will hold you to that. Thank
Yes.
you.
Absolutely.
Wow.
1.6 billion. Holy
What?
moly.
What?
Oh, well,
That is insane
hang on.
amount of money.
Now, if you actually do win,
Notice it says when, not if.
no,
Yeah.
if
But-
you do win,
Yeah.
you will be promoted from Commodore
Oh gosh, to what?
to whatever the chief of the Navy is.
Well, he wouldn't even need. Yeah. Well, he probably wouldn't even need to.
Yeah, that's right.
I can't believe that that's a prize pool. That amount of money.
Yeah, but they don't keep
Oh, they
it all.
pay tax too, though.
Correct. They
We
tax
don't
on
pay
it.
tax on our winnings.
Michael Ann didn't start crying till she hugged you
Michael Ann.
and then couldn't stop.
Oh gosh. You know, I was looking at our Golden Girls T-shirt. I've been folded washing. I just thought, oh, that was all beautiful.
Larry, just send them over here. We'll use them. Yes. So continue, my love.
Yes, the States. Okay, where do you want to start with our impressions?
Brian, first of all, thank you for staying up for as long as you did. Mate, have an awesome sleep and catch us on the replay if you wish. But
Have a good night.
nice to
Have a good
have
sleep.
had you on board.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Um,
Where do we start? Americans, the heart of gold, literally.
Oh, yeah, hospitality-wise and just friendliness, amazing.
Unless they were an official, like
Like, we didn't have a nice time
leaving Miami,
leaving Miami.
as in boarding the ship.
Oh, boarding the ship. Yeah, there was one woman who was actually extremely rude.
Well, we had two circumstances, didn't we? First one was you being required for the ESTA. God alone knows.
Oh, well, that was all part of the boarding process. Okay,
Yeah.
so that was, the whole boarding process got a little bit unpleasant at one stage, but we'll go into that in a minute. But we were pooping ourselves coming into, I don't even know where Houston.
Yeah, that's right, Houston.
Okay.
Well, you were.
Well, I just thought, because we had the ESTA and they they want to know, what colour underwear you wear basically and what size shoes the questions. And I thought, I was just really nervous. They didn't even look at anything, didn't blink an eyelid. Off you go. So that was phew. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a criminal or anything, but I was just thought, oh my God, they're going to give us a, with the lamp shining on us and men in trench coat giving us the third degree about why we're here and everything. So that was great. Wasn't really happy with United Airlines trying to charge us when our fare was clearly said that we have checked baggage, 2 luggage pieces of checked baggage per person. So we were allowed 4 suitcases to be checked in, and they tried to diddle us flying to Tampa. Was it to Tampa? Yes. And leaving. And they felt they were doing us the favour by saying, we'll waive it. And yet clearly it was written in the ticket. I think the code had been different because of the change of flights because of the hurricane. Yeah. If we'd gone into Fort Myers, I don't think it would have been an issue, but the codes are changed, so they didn't really realise. So when we left Tampa on the way home, the woman said, where is it written? Show me. Where does it say that? So I had to pull out my paperwork and point and say, this is where it says 2 pieces per person checked. Oh, okay. But it was like $100 per bag. They wanted something ridiculous.
No, into Tampa, they wanted to charge us $35 for the extra bag, and then leaving Tampa, they wanted to charge us $100.
It's ridiculous.
But she actually had to read every word that was in that ticket, word for word.
I knew exactly where it was written.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get onto the app because the app said clearly because the Wi-Fi had been down at the airport. So anyway, so luckily I had the paperwork. Yes, so sometimes they were getting a little bit officious. I mean, I can understand. I mean, it is a job they have to do and take seriously, but still, you're welcoming people into your country. Leave a slightly better impression, maybe. Sorry, just observations.
Actually, at the at Houston when we were coming in, Ilana's going, shut up, and there were these 2 girls in front of us that were pulled up by one of the border control people, and he was giving them a lecture on how to take care and all that sort of stuff, and Ilana's going, shut up. So eventually we came up to another border control officer, and he you could tell this guy had a long day and he had about enough.
Just wanted to go home.
He just wanted to go home, and there he is. He checked Ilana in, checked me in, and said,
didn't even look at us. No. Fingerprints, didn't even look at us. Yep. Fingerprints, passport.
Where are you going? Fort Myers. Oh, you don't want to go there.
Yeah, that's
and that was about it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that was it. We've watched Border Patrol. We know what goes on. We were like, don't make jokes, don't say anything. They'll haul you away. Put the rubber gloves on, bend over.
You and Amy's Ben.
Anyway,
so that was it. That was our fun. The good news is we had an absolute ball.
we did.
We found, I don't know about you, but I found that the portion control on the food was just
food. Let's talk about. Oh gosh. Yes, we had been. We sort of knew. We have been told, and we've seen pictures from people who have visited your lovely fair shores, and we knew that when we go out to restaurants, you will get a portion size that is enough to feed a small village. Okay, yes, that is correct. You do get portion sizes that can feed a village. Billy's saying, yes, Americans like to eat. That's great. We love to eat too. But, a lot of fried foods we found. Everything's with, fries and battered bloomin' onions. Yum, yum.
Although the bloomin' onions were nice. They were cool.
Yeah. Would you go to the Outback?
Yeah. Well, I've given Amy my list of what should or should not be in the Outback, and I can tell you for sure the list is huge.
No, but Amy did stress, we mentioned this before, that it's only a theme. Okay. Shall we just say it's a very vague theme?
Well, let me put it this way. They've got a map of Australia on the wall, and right in the middle is Cairns.
Oh dear.
Now, if anybody knows Australia, Cairns is right at the very top, not in the middle. Excuse me.
It doesn't matter.
Anyway.
It's all in fun, yeah. But we're not used to seeing, like, you get the take home boxes if you can't finish your dinner. It's like, well.
Michael Ann is saying that is probably why people want more than one entree or appetizer on the cruise. They used to large portions. To be honest with you, we were looking at people talking about the entrees as being the main meal. Right, because that's how we understood it.
To us, entrees is an appetizer. Oh, an appetizer and then an entree. Appetizer is just more like an appetite wetter.
For spice.
What we call, and then you have an entree and then the main course. Texas Roadhouse is better. Can I just say on that, in some respects, Billy, that's what we found out. I'm going to say, Amy, close your ears now. We did prefer the Texas Roadhouse bloomin' onion.
But I'll say this.
The better.
Yes, but I'll say this. The Outback steak was way better than the Texas Roadhouse.
I had the chicken. I think I usually have chicken, don't I?
Mm-hmm. I to be honest, I much preferred the Outback steak.
She had a lot of trouble finding a good steak.
Yeah, well, that's true,
which
because
was surprising.
The steaks are thin and big. We're used to thicker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michael Ann is saying, but it wasn't made by Amy. Amy's response is, yep, I'd agree about the steak. That's because Texas Roadhouse injects their steaks. Okay.
I did have a very nice cocktail at the Outback.
Yes.
I can't remember what it was called. It wasn't the koala one. I think that's what Kimbra had. That was very nice. A margarita. My new favourite drink.
Amy, you don't have to sell us. Outback steak is more solid with Texas Roadhouse steaks.
That's what,
that's pretty much what we found.
Yep. So big portions of food. I was just surprised that there weren't many vegetables on offer.
Yeah.
The pina koala, I think that's what I had. Yeah,
you had that.
Kimbra had. Oh, did I? No.
No, Kimbra had
the pina koala. I had. I can't remember. It was like Amy will know. It was a sort of a margarita based one, which was delicious. So food wise, just everything is really big. Most of you know that we do love our coffee, and we, perfectly honest, we really struggle to find
Okay, one
good.
thing you guys have is the Keurig, which is
Coffee.
what we don't have.
Oh, the Keurig machines. Yeah, we
Yeah.
like those.
So the coffee there was relatively reasonable.
Sorry?
The coffee from the Keurig.
Oh, the Keurig machines. Yeah,
it was
they were
relatively
actually,
reasonable.
But even going to a cafe that actually
Billy,
has a proper jiggly.
Are we talking about the same jiggly meat?
Oh. Nothing like a jiggle in your meat.
Oh, kinky.
Even going to a cafe where they have a proper barista big coffee machine.
Mm.
I don't know. They just, if it's the coffee beans, I don't know. And milk.
Yes, milk. You guys didn't know what milk was. We have cream.
Can we have just coffee,
Just
milk, please,
coffee
in our coffee?
Milk.
We don't want cream or any of those creamers. We want milk.
It was funny. We get on when we were on the cruise ship. We said to the waiter, he goes, to one of the servers, coffee. Would you like some cream with that? I looked at him and I went, mate, can we have some milk? And he looked at me and he
I
went,
was like, what? What?
And then he went, oh, milk. Yeah, okay, cool. And then he got us some milk.
Yeah, just interesting. All the differences.
But at the end of the day, folks, we had an amazing
We did.
time. We
This is all very tongue in cheek.
It is, you know.
You know, you'd come to us. We're fine with you saying you don't like things. That's perfectly fine.
But now
We don't take it personally.
Larry mentioned something about being on the wrong side of the road. I was not going to go there until Larry mentioned it.
Well, actually, the driving was interesting
It was
because we actually like the idea of turning right. So
on
the
a
right,
red.
The
yeah.
right turn on a red. That makes a whole lot of sense. Good one.
Yeah, you turn the red into a stop sign,
Yeah,
basically.
correct.
Don't turn left, though.
No,
We
we would do a left. Ours would be turning a left.
Yeah, but we couldn't
If
do
we
that,
would.
yeah.
Can you imagine?
The only place here that you could do that in is Sydney.
Because
Because they've got certain intersections there that you can do left.
you can. Yeah,
Left.
but there's no reason why you
Yeah.
couldn't here.
No. Well, in the city, we've got the no centre turn.
Yes. Well, we've got our funny hook turns. To turn right in some intersections, you have to move to the left.
And it makes a lot of sense to do that because all the turning traffic is in one lane. All the through traffic can be in the middle lane.
Mm-hmm.
It's all because we've got those trams, or you call them trolleys.
That's right.
And then the good news is if you're going to turn right, you go into the intersection and then you wait for the through traffic to turn green so that you can then turn right. You become part of the traffic the minute you stop in the middle of the lane.
Yep.
Captain Billy.
You're right, Billy.
Make sure to stop. Then
Yes.
turn right on a red. Some people ignore the stopping part.
Correct.
Yeah, I get that.
But we found that the roads were massive, like,
Huge.
5-6 lanes in both directions.
Yep. I think we've
And,
only got
all that
2
spaghetti,
roads.
all those spaghetti roads going over, and I think that's the term that Matt used. The spaghetti.
Mm.
I knew exactly what he was talking about when we reached the spaghetti. All the overpasses and underpasses, and it's round, and my
You get
goodness
dizzy.
me, we just don't have that sort of roadworks here.
Yeah. We've only got like about maybe 2 or 3 roads that have more than 3 lanes.
Have we?
Eastern Freeway and the start of the Monash.
What about the Tullamarine? That's about 4, isn't it? 3 or 4? I'm
That's
sure we've got a couple
yeah,
more.
but it's only
Certain
4
parts.
lanes for like 5 seconds because it splits.
Right,
One
okay, yep, goes
going to
veers
the
off
airport
too.
and the
Yep,
other one
okay.
going to
Yep.
the other way.
Yes, and Sean did drive a Tesla,
Yeah, I did.
which
That
he
was
was
awesome.
he was in seventh heaven.
And that was awesome.
He did very well, actually.
And I drove it on the right side of the road. I won't say the correct.
Unlike the golf buggy that he drove in Bonaire.
Well, the golf buggy, I was trying to teach everybody how to drive it correctly,
Slightly, yes, moving on to the left. Anyway,
considering it was a single lane.
well,
road
there was
anyway.
nothing. Yeah, we made sure that there was no one coming through.
Yeah.
No,
Was the Tesla
he was
driver sure?
driving. It wasn't
No, I
on
was
auto.
driving.
It wasn't on
No,
auto. That was an
no.
experience too, by the way.
I did have my cousin sitting next to me biting his fingernails down to his elbows because I was driving his Tesla. but that was cool.
Wow, that's a great car.
And it's beautiful.
Great car.
It's our next car.
Well, I've come around, actually. I didn't like them for a while. But,
Shut up, Sean. Shut up, Sean.
Yeah, go on
They're
and on
only
about
our
them, but I do.
clients. You go and have
They're
your
very
fun.
nice. Yeah, they are. It's a great car.
Yeah.
So food, yep. Traffic, took a bit.
Huge.
And the traffic lights hanging.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
We have ours secured on poles,
and they're on each corner.
Going vertical, not horizontal, sort of downwards.
Jonesy's been asked by the wife to keep mowing the hill. He will catch up the rest on the replay. Mate, thanks for popping in. Enjoy your beautiful sunshine.
Can you come down here and do our garden, please?
Excuse me.
No, you did the first thing that you did when you got home, Sean. We had our garden was up to our armpits. We had to hack away with a machete to get to our front door, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
We needed a pith helmet.
Excuse me.
I said pith helmet and a machete.
Oh God. So when did you start lisping?
Very recently.
Danny is saying the Tesla that Eric had was awesome. I can imagine.
Nice.
It is a beautiful car to drive, to be honest.
Oh, and the light show that it does.
Yeah.
The light and sound show. The concert.
Danny, did Eric get to show you the light show? I mean, that was awesome.
If it was set up for it.
Yeah. He was saying that Dale was very nice. Of course, he's an Aussie. What can I say?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah,
we loved meeting Dale.
Yeah.
He's off living the life now on...
He's almost emulating you, Dewey.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah.
He's been back to back on...
Well, he did the back-to-back on the Horizon, and then he went on to MSC, I think.
Yes, MSC.
Merivilia.
Yes. I don't know if it was Merivilia, but yes, on MSC. Yep. And he actually is liking it.
Yeah. No, he didn't get get the light show.
Okay. Amazing.
Billy is saying, don't get the Tesla wet, it might explode. Mate, no different to your petrol engine.
Or don't stand in a puddle while you're filling.
Correct.
Plugging it into the electricity.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Dale was awesome.
Yeah, we know he couldn't find his key half the time. That's because he didn't stick it with his wallet or whatever. Michael Ann thought that Dale was awesome.
He was a sweetie.
He was a good kid. Well, he's not older than us. He's younger than us. Yes. So we had an absolute ball, to be honest. What else? What else could you think? What I was impressed with when we went down to Fort Myers, the speed at which the cleanup process happened straight after the hurricane.
Yes.
That was awesome.
It was just beautiful to see how everyone's activated into getting out there and getting things cleaned up, and just the whole effort. And we saw, the Army helicopters evacuating patients out of hospitals, and because Sean's cousin's a trauma surgeon at one of the hospitals there, and was telling us all about what was going on with evacuations and things. Amazing, and all, the little generators that come out on the corners to help get the traffic lights up and moving again. Yeah.
Dewey is saying that he's doing a Polish side-by-side, December 9th to 11th on Wonder in Canaveral, then drive down to Miami for the MSC Seascaper, December 11th to 18th, and then drive back to Canaveral for the MSC Merivilia, December 18th to 23rd.
Wow.
Mate, why don't you just get a chauffeur? Much cheaper. Let him drive you back and forth.
Rent a helicopter.
Well, I didn't want to say that. Dewey would probably think that's a nice vacation, using the helicopter. But it might take time landing and taking off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe you can turn your car into a helicopter. Now, there's a thought.
There is a thought. I just want to go back to the food. The service
Yes.
at restaurants and cafes is incredible.
What did you like about their service?
But just the way people step up and introduce themselves will be, introduce yourself and say you're there to help, whatever you need. I was a little bit gobsmacked at that was something different for us, was the refills on your rather small cups.
No, but now wait a minute. They
Little
don't have
tiny cups.
They don't have cups,
No,
right?
buckets.
They have buckets, and a small would be the size of, well, our small would be a size of their large shot glass.
Wow. Yeah.
Now, Dewey is saying maybe he should just start sailing on ships with helipads.
Hey, go from one to the other. That's it. Well, they all have helipads, or most of them do.
And he's saying that the Serenade of the Seas, his world cruise ship, has one.
He's got his capital
Now, by the way,
sorted and everything.
Does the ships shape up? Because I know that you did them out of Tampa. I'm wondering whether it actually shapes up with what you expect for the world cruise.
Oh, he said that he saw his cabin, he knows what he's in for, and looking good.
Now, Cap, that's a good question.
No, that's what we thought.
Service is good because they want tips usually. Yeah. Do you tip in the land down under?
No,
it's not part of our culture. Here, servers get paid a decent wage. And in actual fact, if a server wants to get a tip, they just have to step up and go above and beyond.
We do tip if it's a big group.
Yeah, but that's
a
not
dinner at a restaurant.
A foregone conclusion.
Well, you do.
It's not a foregone conclusion, because in a lot of cases we'll do a split.
Now that's another thing.
Yeah.
In the States, it's really difficult if you're going out with, say, 4 couples to split a bill. They don't like it here.
No,
it's too complicated.
Yeah.
It's busy, and they don't have time to do all that. Over there in the States, I like the way they ask, do you want to split the bill? And it's all sorted into couples or whoever's paying individually. Not a problem. We like that idea.
Yeah, very much so.
You won't get that here.
No.
Which is a shame, because it does get complicated at the end.
Well, what I was noticing was as the waiter was busy taking the order, he was splitting it, which didn't make it complicated.
Well, everyone had their own little, because he was, couple 1, couple 2.
Correct.
He was sort of sorting it all out into ready to split.
He was just planning things.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't know why it's so difficult here to do that.
Larry is saying g'day to John at 7:49 p.m. 13:50 here. Dewey is saying he will love the ship. Small size, less crowds, and his room is perfectly located to the bars that he likes.
Good.
The casino, the coffee shop, and the dining room, all near the centrum of the ship.
Wonderful.
Which is great.
Great.
That's awesome.
Seems that they're spending a very long time on it, so you want to be happy. And,
only 274 days, but who's counting?
G'day,
Eric. Welcome aboard, buddy. Nice to have you here. Urban Culture Kitchen with Casey. Casey. That name gets longer and longer and longer every time we look at you. There we go.
I'm pointing to my earrings on purpose. Casey knows why.
Yep.
Love them, love them, love them.
A couple of people saying g'day. All right, I'll wake up.
Yeah, wake up.
Yeah. Amy is saying our system at work makes it super easy to split checks.
Yeah, and it should be. It's not that difficult. Here it's like this big hoo-ha. No, you can't do it, no.
Yeah, it's called that being lazy. James is asking how many lobster everyone have. Actually,
we did.
We did have lobster.
One evening.
Yeah, but what was interesting, James, is we did the chef's table. And Kenny was doing the chef's table, and the chef obviously provided everything for the chef's table. Kenny wanted to try escargot, and the chef went out of his way to get a plate of escargot just for Kenny. It was awesome. It was absolutely awesome. Larry, you don't know what you're missing, my friend.
Mm.
You really don't know what you're missing. Again, a couple of people saying good day to each other.
Oh, yes, and the changes now in Carnival, having to pay for, is it you're allowed, how many entrees
so
are you
Captain
allowed to
Billy
have?
is saying
More than
don't
two.
order more than 2 lobster tails on the March 12th cruise, or the third one will cost you $5.
Gee, they're really cost-cutting at the moment and sort of nickel and diming a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Michael Ann is saying none for her.
Yes.
What is it, none for you lobster tails or none for you escargot? Larry is saying, I do know, Sean, I grew up around fish and lobster. So if you grew up around it, why not for you? Okay. Michael Ann, seriously, you eat prawns. So if you eat prawns or shrimp, lobster's not a lot different.
Beautiful. Yummy. Thank you, John. Thank you.
Yes, very much so. Yeah, we're not wearing that T-shirt. We'll wear that T-shirt another time. It was great to see your premiere today or earlier on for you.
Oh, everybody's. We saw Eric's with Michael Ann and Amy. Everyone's putting
But the
out.
reason why I was thanking John for the premiere was the T-shirts.
I haven't caught up with.
Yeah, you got to catch up.
Folding tons of washing.
Amy is saying that food costs have had a crazy increase. It's ridiculous. We have the same problem here.
When we got home, because of the floods, because it's been raining.
Our shelves are empty.
Our shelves are empty, and wow. Oh, and we found. Thank you.
And you guys would have noticed that we were wearing your T-shirt on the on John and Nancy J&N Travels premiere that they did earlier on, and also
we had our mugs the other night.
The mugs were
going. Yep.
Yeah, that was awesome.
And another beautiful couple, may I say.
I had an absolute ball with those guys too. No lobster for Cindy. You got to have some. You got to try it. Unless you have an allergy.
We found that, the supermarkets, that's another thing that we wanted to say about in the States.
Oh, my
First
goodness.
of all, the choices that you've got are incredible, and how cheap your everything was, especially the fruit and vegetables. Wow.
Like we were trying to get over the fact that you had, there was a discussion earlier on by Matt and Kimber about our pronunciation. Bananas.
As opposed to?
Bananas. Bananas at 69 cents a pound. For us to get bananas here, what was it?
Oh, it's like almost, at the moment, almost $3, I'd say, for a kilo.
For a kilo. And 2.2 kilos to the pound. So your stuff is cheap.
Okay.
Yeah. Marcolane eats very little fish or seafood. Tried crab cakes on the cruise. That was the only seafood she had. You got to try. It would have been suggested that you try the lobster. It was yum.
Okay, everyone's got their
I highly recommend it.
Their own
that favorite
likes
statement.
and dislikes.
Sean and Casey, yes, we was it. You enjoyed it. I guess that's what you're trying to say. Captain Billy, I'm enjoying watching everyone's vlogs that have come out so far from your group cruise from all the creators. Yes, and we'll be putting out this week. Will be our first. After we've signed through. And obviously our intro will change.
Okay, Sean, can I? 1 pound is not even half a kilo.
What? It's the other way around.
No, 1 pound is 0.45 kilos.
Seriously?
But even so, so you need... So 2 pounds would be a kilo almost. So even double that 60 whatever cents it was, it's still, compared to us, relatively cheap.
It is still. John is asking, do you think Duron, I think that's Doron, would house about 50 cruises for the Tampa cruise?
Okay.
Well, you looked at his castle. What do you think?
Knowing him, he'd probably say yes.
Yeah,
sure,
he
no
would.
problem. In fact, we're seeing him this week, aren't
Yeah,
we?
he's
He and Patty are coming over.
coming in. Yeah,
We've got a wedding on Sunday, family wedding, so
Yeah,
we're
he'll
looking
be
forward
here on
to
Thursday.
catching up with them.
How was the Outback restaurant? It was yum. We enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah,
We enjoyed
we
it.
had a bit of a giggle.
We
over
did, especially with the blokes in the Sheila's rooms.
It. Yes, that was really cute.
John is saying, just bought a bunch of bananas today for 49. We hate you, John. Michael Ann was saying she tried lobster twice before in communities famous for seafood. Still didn't like it. Okay, I'll let you off. Yes, that was a typo. Sorry. That's cool.
No problem.
We got there. Michael Ann was saying, but the crab cakes on the cruise were good. That's cool. Michael Ann did try wild boar and alligator beignets, though. Did you enjoy them?
Did I have the alligator? I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did.
So, Darian, welcome aboard, Herr Darian. Wie geht's?
Hang on. Where are you?
Yes, there you are. You have been given the hug of the Ilana, and we are hoping that you enjoyed it. Okay, Captain Billy, I'll be driving down to Tampa, 6 hours or so drive on the there is a difference between the right side and the correct side.
Right is not always right.
Okay, yes. Right is not always right. It's all not always correct. Okay, a couple of people saying good day. Eric B liked the lobster, but the shrimp is better. We don't have shrimps here. We've got prawns. Sure. Casey is saying he loves the lobster and shrimp on the barbie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Nice.
Just
nice and simple.
Yeah. Michael Ann, yes, I did enjoy them. I figured it was a good time to try them when they're included on the menu. Let me see. Captain Billy, how did the spaghetti ice work out?
Didn't.
I haven't heard anything about it. It didn't, unfortunately, because the equipment was not allowed.
Oh, John, the alligator balls. Oh, dear.
The alligator balls were not bad. Yeah, they were okay. Ask John.
Balls.
You've got to ask. You've got to ask Doug Spiker about the kangaroo balls. What else did we like, honey?
Oh, hang on, Sean. Okay, see, you're saying we did a Yui.
Yeah, you did a
Yui. Chucked a Yui.
You chucked a Yui today. That's cool.
Excellent.
Yeah. First Aussie lesson.
Yes.
We were driving from. We got picked up by Sean and Casey in Houston, and they were taking us to the hotel. And Sean goes to Casey. She goes, "You better take a Yui here." And we said, "Sean, if you want to learn to speak real Aussie, you tell him to chuck a Yui." And she goes, "Okay." So Casey, chuck a Yui, and that's exactly what Casey did.
Pass on all balls.
Yeah, you'll pass on all balls. Well, the kangaroo balls were nice.
Some balls are more generous than others, shall we say?
Correct. Captain Billy, that sucks. No spaghetti eyes. It's almost sad as losing my captain's hat. Grant came in on the... Yeah. Well, what happened there, Billy, was that both Darian and Rafael Viso were looking to bring their equipment on board ship, and Carnival said that's a no-no. It'll be confiscated. So they didn't bring it, which was a real shame. We chuck a Yui. That's it. That's exactly what you did. That was awesome. Okay, what else? Houston was interesting.
Well, to be honest, we didn't really see much of. Well, we didn't see anything of Houston itself.
We went down. We almost got down to.
We went to to Galveston. Yes, we were right there at the boardwalk.
Yeah, the boardwalk was nice.
Which was nice. Nice day spent there.
Yeah,
it was lovely.
I just need to get into the statement here by Stream Elements. Stream Elements is saying, welcome to the Brunch with the Down Under Cruisers. Please support our channel so that we can support Helping Hands for Cruising. And if I may say, if there's anybody in the stream right now who has not yet subscribed to us or the Helping Hands for Cruising YouTube channels, please go ahead and do so. Thumbs, please. Thumbs up. Please. Because what we're looking to do is get the Helping Hands for Cruising YouTube channel up to being totally self-sufficient. That means 1,000 people subscribed and 4,000 watch hours so that it can start to get some money coming in so that we can get some more people as deserving as both Kenny and also James and Cindy Catanese. Jonesy, I thought you were mowing the lawn, mate. The Victor is out of fuel. Oh, Yay. Good on you, you lucky mongrel. Welcome back. Guess I'll subscribe to you. Good on you, Meg. Well done. Thank you. Now, Jonesy, are you able to get any fuel, or can you take the day off and get fuel tomorrow? And Eric is saying that there was no equipment on the deck. I will stipulate the word deck.
Deck, thank you.
Not the Kiwi translation.
No, we had a whole conversation with Eric about this particular word.
It happened to be on deck 5 of the Carnival Horizon.
Yes.
Just outside the Trivio.
We were on the Lanai at the time.
Yeah.
Lanai. Yes, I'm sure there were many people listening and wondering what on earth we were talking about.
Yeah. We were having a ball. We actually were. We were talking about
just the state of the decks,
correct,
and how clean or not clean they were.
Sean and Casey are coming to Melbourne in 2025 for the group cruise. Guys, that will be amazing.
We are keeping our eye out. As soon as itineraries start to be released, we shall be scouring them with a fine-tooth comb.
Absolutely.
And looking for one as close to New Year's Eve
as we possibly can.
Out of Sydney, if possible.
Jonesy's saying tomorrow's fine by him. He's sweating at the moment.
Oh.
Well, at 21 degrees and pushing a Victor that doesn't have any fuel in it, I can understand that one. Captain Billy likes decks 6 and 9.
Really? When do I?
Well, the 9 is...
What's
special
even, about those, Billy?
The 9 you can't... Well, 6 you can get, but the 9 I don't understand. A couple of people saying g'day, and then Meg is going, oh dear, Captain. Yeah, that's why he keeps on losing his captain status. Because the halo gets a bit crooked and
slips a bit, doesn't it?
Yeah, a bit dirty. I noticed that some of the vehicles that you had on the road were very different to what we're used to.
Oh yeah, you love your big your
love
big things
trucks.
Big, I have to say.
Your trucks.
Lots of big things there.
Things like the Toyota truck. We don't have anything like that here. Yeah, Captain Billy's saying that's why he's a Commodore now.
But some of those vehicles do need step ladders for shorty people.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's an awful big gap between those two floors. Yeah. Okay. What else? Sean and Casey will be going on 2 cruises, Melbourne and Sydney. Awesome. Oh, well, that's cool. That'll give you a couple of days.
So are you actually booked for something already?
Can't be. There's
nothing available. We're coming to Melbourne Oh.
There's nothing
Or
available.
are you talking about coming on whatever we... Oh, we'll have to discuss that anyway.
We'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about that.
There's nothing available.
You need to elaborate.
Yeah. Stream Elements is asking for you guys, if you like what you see and you want to help to support Helping Hands, please click on the tip link and chuck in whatever you feel is appropriate.
And I think just before we go today, just a big thank you to everyone who has shared the vision.
Agreed.
Can I say?
Agreed.
It's been a great ride, and we do appreciate it.
Agreed. We do appreciate it, and we would definitely love to catch up with all of you one way or another in the future. Captain Billy,
The cabin size.
question: what did you think of the cabin size on the ship?
Perfectly fine.
It was fine for
fine.
us. We didn't need.
I think it was perfectly suitable. Nice balcony. I don't like the shower curtains. Much prefer a proper door. But that's just a little. Nothing really.
Sean and Casey are saying we will be there for a while. We'll be joining you guys cruise also.
Oh, as long as it's not crashing.
Cool.
So, yeah, great.
That's cool.
Oh, we better start cleaning the spare room.
Oh, shit.
We
Really?
might need another spare room as well. Okay.
Dewey is saying it's been an enlightening pleasure for all of us.
Dewey. We
Well,
can't thank
you know what?
Too. It's been brilliant.
Absolutely. And you know, you made a statement on Matt and Kimbra's show earlier on today, and you were saying it in jest, but you know what? Never a truer word was said. You said we don't know who that cruise was more enlightening for, whether it was more enlightening for Kenny or for us. And I can tell you, everybody who was there at the same time with Kenny was certainly had their eyes opened as to the things that he needed and the way he reacted, especially considering he was coming in with some disability and he was actually having an absolute ball. And the biggest disability he had was not knowing about the ocean and the beaches and all that sort of stuff, and just how it was changing his life. So yes, everybody's life got changed.
I think just him stepping outside his front door and experiencing the great big world out there, can do amazing things for you.
Correct. Jonesy is saying we got a GMC. They were huge when in the USA. Go big with the cars.
Yet they did. Everyone complains about the cost of fuel.
Fuel, that's right.
But they're happy to drive the big cars.
But the funny thing is, their fuel is cheap. I mean, our fuel, we just had a price rise this weekend, $2.12 a litre.
Yeah.
What's that? That's over $8 a gallon. That's ridiculous. Dewey is saying he will hopefully come early or stay long to visit some friends in Adelaide as well.
Fantastic.
That'd be awesome.
Good. Excellent.
Man, we're going to have to...
Now, we may not be sailing out of Melbourne, though. We are preferably looking at sailing out of Sydney so that you experience Sydney Harbour, because it really is spectacular.
Yeah.
Melbourne is our home port. We'll obviously fly or drive up to Sydney.
Yeah.
If we've got people staying with us, we'll all drive up together.
Correct.
No, we'll leave you behind. We'll drive. We'll all drive up together to Sydney. Yeah.
We could even hire a minibus and drive with everybody.
That'd be fun. A road trip.
Yeah.
Do some sightseeing on the way. We could do the scenic route.
Yeah, we could.
We'd end up in. I was going to say we end up in Eden, but I've got cruises mixed up because we're going to Eden next March.
Yeah. Sean and Casey, just kick Sean out. That'll be awesome. We love you too, Casey. Really love you. Deep down inside where we live.
Will we see the Wiggles?
Yes.
You never know.
Will we see the Wiggles? Don't know. Good question.
You never know. We did see the Sydney Harbour on the horizon, yes.
Meg, Sydney is a bucket list.
Well,
Meg,
I think for a lot of people. So
make sure you change your job so that you can come down for Christmas of 2024 and New Year's 25. Captain Billy, they had a picture of Sydney Harbour on the Carnival Horizon and one of the stairwells. Yes, it was the stairwell above.
That was our
Yes, just above our
floor,
deck.
wasn't it?
Yeah, between deck
1
2
and 2,
and 3.
2 and 3.
All right, folks,
Beautiful.
we've been going for an hour and 10. We'd like to thank you all for joining us.
Indeed. Nice to see you all.
We will have our standard live stream at 8 p.m. Melbourne time on Wednesday, which is Sparrow Fight time. I think that works out now to after tomorrow night. It'll end up being 4 a.m. Eastern on your side of the pond. And then our next live stream will be on Friday night, 10 p.m. your time, which is 2 p.m. Our time on a Saturday. So we look forward to having you all on board for that. There will be some material coming out of Helping Hands for Cruising during the week. Please look out for that one. And all we want to say, folks, is thanks for joining us. Stay safe. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your weekend. And please, let's have some fun.
Yep.
Take care.
Take care.
Look forward to seeing you. Catch you
See
later.
Bye.